Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video we're gonna go down to Santa Ana and join the SoCal Klunkers. It's a group of guys and gals riding around town in their bikes. So I think it's an evening event. It starts at 7:14 and it's about 6 and change, so I'm gonna hurry up, get on the freeway and head over there and find parking. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, with no further ado, let's go ahead and get started in the video. It's going to be just a highlight video of some of the things that we ended up seeing while hanging out with the SoCal Klunkers. And apparently they have this event every Monday. I'm not really sure if they do the long distance ride that we did today, because they did say this was the first annual event. I don't know if they do shorter runs every Monday. But they all come from different cities. Driving down to Santa Ana, I saw a couple trucks and cars with their bikes, so I knew they were heading down this way. If you're gonna come down and enjoy the ride, they do give you one address, which is an address for a parking lot. There are many other parking lots in the area, so make sure you drive around or get here super early, because parking goes very, very fast. And just like they said, rollout was at 7:14, so 7:14, and they started rolling out starting at 4th Street in Santa Ana. And that's it. All you gotta do is just follow the crowd. There were so many people that I guess the tail end, like the length of the group was so long that there was no way for us to stop at every single light. So we just carried on. It must have been like 1,000 people there. So you can imagine how long the trail of bikes were, and you had everything from pretty much anybody was there. You had parents, you had kids, you had professional BMX riders, you had mountain bikers, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that was definitely a very nice experience. A lot of people had their own boombox. There must have been like, I don't know, I think at least 5 people with like really loud boomboxes, and obviously other people had like their smaller speakers and stuff like that. So everybody was listening to different types of music. You had hip hop, you had, Spanish, and funk and all kinds of stuff. So depending on which section, if you were towards the front, you would hear certain certain music, or if you were in the back, you would hear another type of music. So yeah, at first we started rolling out, and I lost my partner, Jose. He was all the way in the front, and I couldn't keep up with him. So I just kind of stay in my I guess stayed together with the group that I was with, and just follow along. Like here in a little bit, I'm trying to catch up to him, see if I can see him. You don't see many people in the front because we were towards the front, but if you look back, we had a long tail of a lot of people. So it was a very large group, which is it was kind of fun. People that were driving around, and they couldn't believe their eyes. They stopped and pulled out their phones and just videotaped everybody, because there was a lot of people. I'm sure it was interesting to see a large crowd like that coming towards you with bikes. So I'm not really sure what the strategy was. We kind of stayed in the same, I guess, area, and kind of did a little bit of a zigzag. I don't know if we're trying to warm up or whatever, but we kind of stayed in the same area for a little bit, and then we started moving out from downtown Santa Ana. You know, I do mountain biking here and there, nothing professional, nothing too extreme, just, a few lap around, certain areas. And, it's very easy, simple trails. But I've never done anything this long before, and I didn't think I was gonna make it at first. I'm like, oh man, I'm probably gonna fall behind. I'm out of shape. But no, after you get warmed up, you just, like your body just continues to pedal and you just kind of cruise along with the crowd. So that was kind of cool. So there are several points where we ended up stopping, and I think that's because they were waiting for the rest of the people that were in the back to try to catch up. So we all kind of stayed together, and we don't get separated because there was a lot of us. So at some point, we did stop for a minute or two just so we can wait for everybody else. Halfway through the trip, we did ended up doing a pit stop for about 30 to 45 minutes, where you were able to, get some food, get some drinks, some water, and stuff like that. So that was after the 8 mile period, and you'll see that in a little bit. My bike is like, used, and I actually bought it off of my brother-in-law, and just to see the other bikes there, wow, they definitely put some money into it, because they were very nice bikes, nice frames, customized tires, and you had all kinds of stuff, and it was kind of cool to see. You can kind of see the different flavor of bikes, people like enjoying. So you had beach cruisers, mountain bikes, BMXs, and mountain bikes and stuff like that. So some people did have like little trailers where they were carrying speakers, or I believe I did see one person with like two of their kids in the back. And so yeah, I mean, if you're willing to, so you can see that on the left side. If you're willing to spend a couple hours, I think the total amount of like time of riding was about 3 hours. So it definitely was a long ride. So it was very fun. One of the things that they tell you is to stay on the right side of the lane. For safety purposes, you don't want to go onto oncoming traffic and, may have an accident. So if you do come, just make sure you stay on the right side of the road. This way there's no issues. And of course, make sure you're not swerving left and right, because there are riders behind you and to the right and left of you. So if you're zigzagging, you're cutting them off. So try to stay in your own like path, and try to stay as straight as possible. This way you're not hitting anybody's tires and stuff like that, and cause an accident. So just be aware that that's the case, and also keep looking left and right, making sure there's nobody next to you if you're gonna turn. So that's some of the things I kind of like learn right off the bat. So we're now leaving downtown and going straight into a neighborhood, and obviously people were, surprised and amazed to see so many people. So people came out of their houses. The I guess the trail of bikes was so long that people had time to see what was going on, tell everybody. People were coming out of their house, grabbing chairs, and videotaping us, and there were still riders passing through. So there was a lot of people, and you did see a lot of people like waving and the kids saying hi and stuff like that. So a lot of people in their cars as well. They're pulling out their phones, like I said, and enjoying the view, I guess. So that was very cool. If you do come to this event, just make sure you bring a lot of water. You will have a pit stop to get a little bit of food and additional water, but just so you're not dehydrated and stuff, just make sure you drink a lot of water before and during. So I brought a sweater just in case I got cold, but I mean your body's so warm from just riding that you won't need it. So you can even bring shorts. I brought sweatpants because I wasn't sure, but I think next time I'll just wear like my shorts and I did like a shirt and stuff like that, and you won't need a sweater or anything else because you'll be sweating the whole time. So just make sure you bring water. And if you have kids and you want to bring them along, just make sure they're probably, I would say, like 7 years or older, because otherwise it would probably be too much of a ride. It's like I said, 3 hours, and I don't know if they'll be willing to catch up with the other people, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to handle the amount of time in riding. So so just make sure they're older and they're capable of pushing through. Also, make sure you check your equipment, your bike, before going out. A lot of people had flat tires and they were asking for pumps and stuff like that, or a wrench. So make sure you guys check your bikes before coming, and just make sure you're well dressed and just have a good time and enjoy the music. I think that's what kept us going, really, is all the different type of music. It was kind of like a party on wheels, and the music was loud and kind of kept everybody on a pace. So it was pretty cool. So we finally left the residential area and ended up at Main Place towards the back, and we kind of stopped there. There's not that much traffic going through there, so we kind of stopped there, took a little break, and waited for everybody to catch up. While that was happening, some guys towards the front were having fun doing some tricks. And if you see the guy in the rollerblades with the Star Wars lightsabers, he was kind of helping people let them know, like red would be for stopping, and then when we're about to go, he would flip the lightsaber around. So that was cool, and he was on rollerblades the whole time. From here, we ended up going all the way to Tustin and Fairhaven, and there's a Del Taco there, and we ended up that would be the pit stop. People were getting food, people were going into Stater Brothers and buying water and snacks, and some people were going to the liquor store to refreshen, I guess you can say. And there you see my brother-in-law. I finally found him after 8 miles. All right, taking a break. It's been 8 miles. 8 miles. All right. A lot of people here. How many people do you think that you're here? Like 800, 1,000? All right, we made it to the orange circle. Still coming in. And riding along town, we never did have any issues with police. We did come across a lot of police, and they were just kind of like, you know, doing their work or whatever, but we were never pulled over or anything like that. So I think the only place was when we did the pit stop. We were there for maybe a little bit too long, and obviously we were taking up a lot of space and parking and stuff like that. So after 40 minutes, they're like, oh, okay, well, you know, you guys have to like keep it moving and stuff. So that's the only thing, the only issue that we had with police. So they were real cool about it. So that was very cool. And I couldn't believe it. We actually made it to the Honda Center, so it was a very nice thing to see after riding for a while. And I for sure wasn't, you know, didn't think I was gonna make it, but you know, like I say, you just keep riding and just kind of, I don't know, you just go with the crowd, and I don't know, for some reason you find energy, and we were able to make it, so that was very fun. Ooh, freaking made it to the Honda Center. Yeah. Probably gonna get kicked out. You like it?
Crazy. We made it.
We made it, huh?
We made it.
Yeah. It's been like what, like 10 miles already?
No, but like maybe
More than that? How many miles? Check your phone. You have to record it.
Oh. 11 miles.
11 miles. Woo! I don't think I've ever done 11 miles.
An hour 17. Still going.
Oh yeah. Hey, so I'm glad we counted it. So if you live in Southern California and have a bike and want to come down and hang out with these guys, you can check out their Instagram page at SoCal Klunkers, and you'll be able to get updates of you know, when they do events and stuff like that. So you can follow them on Instagram. All right, looks like we're rolling out. Let's go. Tiger Woods in effect. And here's the route that we took. As you can see, we kind of started tracking the map a little bit late, so the blue portion is kind of like a guesstimate of, you know, kind of where we ended up biking through, and then the red is actually the actual route that we took. So there you go, guys. We ended up doing about 18 miles, but since we started logging it a little bit late, I think we can add at least 3 miles to that, so 18, 19, so about 21 miles is what we ended up doing. So right now is the next day, and believe it or not, I'm not that sore, so anybody can do it. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I'll see you guys on the next video. Take it easy for now. Bye bye.